the cold weather has blown in and we're all, ooh, baby, it's cold outside. I better hunker down with a tub of ice cream and a good book. Nuh-uh, my friends, nuh-uh. Today's guest is gonna get you up out of that chair and into some burpees, squats, and crunches. Or at the very least, to offer some awesome advice to keep all those excuses that spin in your head at bay. Today on Meghan TV, we have a Buddhalicious fitness rock star schooling us in the ways of motivation. Today is the day. Let's make this happen. In the kitchen, we've got Sammie Kennedy, femme fatale, graduate of my program, Culinary Nutrition Expert, and she shares her wisdom in my book on diet. Yeah, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So you're all kinds of amazing, and just before we started filming, you mentioned that you love burpees, which I will never understand. You're here to talk about motivation.
Yes.
And before we get into motivation, I just want to talk about the transformation you had in your own body, because you did my program in the spring of 2012.
Yeah.
You cut out gluten, and you grew a six-pack.
Basically.
I cut out gluten and the six-pack did not follow, I'm just going to say.
I mean, results may vary.
But your own fitness experience and the results you've gotten in your body and your performance has changed by changing your diet.
Absolutely. I mean, I had struggled with losing the last 10, 15 pounds for over a year, right?
Yeah.
Doing everything that I thought was right. And then when I made the transformation following the Undiet program, it just fell off. You know, it was a matter of a few weeks before I started to see major changes. Yes. So yeah, it's been amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And today we're going to talk about motivation, because I follow you on Instagram. I follow all your goodness you're putting out there. Love your programs. I'm terrified of boot camps, but you are incredibly motivating. And what you're going to share and what you're going to learn are 3 amazing tips to essentially get you off your ass.
Yeah.
So let's go with number 1.
All right. Number 1 is leveraging the power of why. I mean, if you don't know why you want to be healthy or why you want to be fit, it's really hard to get going. So what I usually recommend to our recruits is that they make a list of about 25 reasons minimum why they want to get in shape. So whether that's, you know, I want to fit into that little black dress, or I want to be able to keep up with my kids playing outside, or, you know, I want to lose whatever, that 10, 15 pounds that you've been struggling with. Make a long list, emotionally, physically, you know, all of the reasons why you want to get in shape, and then post it somewhere that you can see it regularly so that it can regularly remind you of those reasons.
You know, the why is interesting, because I often work with people around that too. Like, why are you changing the way you're living? And the little black dress thing, or I always refer to the bikini or the jeans, gets you to a point. But there's not often enough emotional connection to keep you at that point.
Exactly. And
that's where, you know, being your best, most awesome self for your family, your friends, your job, whatever it is, has to come into play too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a huge factor in keeping you motivated. The more reasons you have, the more likely you are to stick to it.
So why? Make that list. 25 things. We can all do that. Number 2,
step away from the scale. Okay.
Scales are for fish.
Yes.
You can tweet that one.
They're totally evil when they're for people. I see so many people struggle with this, where they'll take a boot camp for 4 weeks or 8 weeks, and you know, they step on that scale and they're like, it hasn't moved.
Yeah.
But at the same time, their inches measurements have decreased. Their clothes is fitting better. People are saying you look amazing. You look so energized.
Yeah.
You know, all of those other factors that are playing in. You know, they can do 10 push-ups on their toes now instead of just 1. Those are all great methods of feedback that don't involve the scale and just sort of show that you're moving on that path towards a healthier, more fit life.
Yeah, and scales can be obsessive too.
Absolutely.
Because they can also be really discouraging when the number isn't shifting, and we all like those measurements of everything, which is teach their own, but we're gonna ditch the scale.
Totally, because when you step on it and it hasn't changed, you give up.
Yeah.
Right? And we don't want giving up. We want, let's look at the entire picture. Leave the scale for your physical once a year when you go see your doctor.
Right.
Yeah.
And number 3.
Number 3 is bring some good friends along to join you on your journey, and maybe those are new friends. Maybe if you don't have some friends who are really supportive of you on your health and fitness journey or really want to support you in working out, they're just like, why would you want to go do burpees with Sammie? That's crazy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Maybe it's time to join a group fitness program to meet some new people that are like-minded, that are on the same journey as you to help you support you. I mean, studies show that 2/3 of women who work out with a friend are not only more likely to stick with it, but they're more likely to get better results from the program as well.
Right.
So having those supportive people in your life are going to be key to keeping you on the right track.
Absolutely. And we talk about this in another episode too when we talk about recovery. Super important to have that team that genuinely wants you to thrive.
Yeah, totally.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank
Are
you,
we all
Megan.
going to get out there and do some burpees? I feel like we need to take like a burpee break right now.
We can do them.
I started sweating just thinking
about it.
Thank you, Sammie, for joining. And I have to say, I am loving your au natural hairdo. To get your butt in gear with Sammie, visit bootycampfitness.com. I hope you'll come back again soon.
Totally.
Maybe we'll really sweat next time. What gets you moving and shaking on the days you want to put on those lazy pants? Share your wise wisdom over at meghantelpner.com. If you're picking up what I'm throwing down, get more. My community is waiting for you. The best conversations happen on my website at meghantelpner.com. While you're over there, sign up for my newsletter so you can get some extra special goodness delivered right to your inbox. Vibrant health starts with one little choice, and every choice counts. Today is the day to make that happen. I want to see you rise and shine and be your truest version of you. Thanks for joining. Thank you, and we'll see you next time. Bye.